everyone, and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admiral's Edition. We're... Oh, okay. I don't know if this little task force is going to move or not, but we'll carry on and see how it goes. Well, we're not having as good results in our sub actions. Well, that was only 2 encounters, but doesn't bode well, right? But we're fine. We're also trying to get the June and soon August upgrades completed on our subs, and perhaps we'll be able to do some better work. In any case, we'll be fine. The Grunion, that's not the first time the Grunion has been bombed. Okay, we see a couple task forces there in near Sorong. I think every every spare bomber is bombing these ground troops by Hangzhou. Well, I say every spare bomber, perhaps even the bombers that aren't spare are still being pulled over to bomb there. Anyway, yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow it will be more interesting for you. We didn't do our bombing raid, although we still have afternoon to try. We didn't do our bombing raid over, oh, that's us. Never mind, that's us bombing him. Hopefully the I-25 we can sink there, but it'd be interesting to know what all these dots do. Is it the more dots, the more confirmed we are that we sunk it? I'm kind of curious. Although I think we would heard a sinking sound if we hit it, or if we sank it. Who knows? I don't trust the messages that we sank them anyway. All right. Well, that's that. See if we get some reinforcements, and I may uh, we may just jump right into July 28th, but I'm going to take a look at the map, and if I do have an interlude, it'll be a short one. So I did decide to talk about this situation here. We have two small task forces here. I have no idea the composition. I am assuming these are very terrible spotting reports, but it looks like he has some surface task forces that are ready to react either to an invasion of Manokwari or Sarong, and maybe even rush down here to Ambon. I am not at all sure what his plan is. However, that said, we're still going to pull the trigger on Ambon. We're going to have a huge fleet going here, so if he wants to try to engage us there, he's going to be in for rude awakening. Manokwari, I may hold off a little bit because I have no idea where his carriers are, and I'm afraid that this group is purposefully out here flying spotting missions and possibly will spot our invasion. That said, we have some torpedo bombers with our uh, escort carriers that can hopefully make short work of that. Anyway, let me jump up here to Prome and show you this X squadron we have here that is now ready to, we're going to be basically doing a sweep at, well, we'll do 31 because technically that's the limit we've set for ourselves. And we'll set the target Bangkok. Now we're going to be in, have terrible odds. It's going to be 25 versus however many aircraft he has flying cap, which could be a ton. But we're going to go in anyway. And then also I'm going to send all my heavies. And we're going to do a day raid on the airfield. I'm not going to hit the industry yet or the city. I'm not going to do a city bombing. I want to hit the airfield and smash as many aircraft as I possibly can on the ground. I'd rather do that probably because if we do hit the industry, it will be of minimal effect. And maybe we knock out a few points, but it won't be as effective as if we hit his airfield. I don't think, anyway. But that said, I think that's it. But I'll show you this, just so you can have an idea of how this turn went. 3-3 with the air losses, and you can take a look there and take a look there. Um, the usual air transport, and we did lose a little recon as well, which is very unfortunate. Did we lose any pilots? And that would be a yes. Unfortunate also. Well, I'm going to jump into the 28th. See you soon. Okay, we're back on July 28, 1943. See what happens. I'm going for a raid. Yeah, that no expectations. Firing torpedoes at an E-boat. But a Dutch sub nails a patrol boat. It looks like this was something that was in this line here. Maybe coming to Sorong, maybe trying to come somewhere else. Anyway, 2 torpedoes, 1 hits. Should sink this ship, and it does. So this is surface action here. Well, already one shell hit, 3-inch, and torpedo. That's should sink, yeah. But we have a major raid going on Bangkok today. Let's see how that plays out. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing at Sarong, but well, I didn't sweep Bangkok. I mean, sorry, I sent some P-38s to sweep Bangkok, but they didn't go. Not yet, anyway. So I'm wondering if our bombers will go first. So we'll see. We'll find out soon enough. Yeah, this is the raid that didn't go yesterday, and I was disappointed, but we're going today. Yeah, this is where I wanted my sweep, but that's okay. Let's see, 20, 35, 20, 15, and 18. I don't know how many of these are going to survive, but I'm going to this looks like it's going to be a long fight. Our defensive fire is keeping them away, it looks like. Um, I don't think all my aircraft are going to survive, but let's see, 20, 15, and 18. Let's go. So we lost one B-24, but we're hitting the runway, destroying some aircraft on the ground. I wanted my sweep to go in first. That would have helped a little bit. Not a ton, but some. Maybe our bombers can sweep so our fighters can get in, right? I'm trying to watch the damage here, see how much damage we do to the aircraft parked on the runways or wherever they are in the airfield. But and it looks like we're gonna get the better of him as far as losses. So we lost one bomber. We may lose several more due to ops losses. There's no guarantee we're gonna come out of this with only one bomber lost. And then there's potential retaliation when his fighters come back as we leave the raid. So yeah, let's knock this out. I don't know how long that was gonna take. Looks like we did pretty good. We lost a B-24 outright, and he lost a Tojo outright. And then we also knocked out some things while they were parked on the runway. This is gonna be bad. Oh, okay. So our liberators got through, fortunately. Let's knock this out as well. We don't do so well on this raid. That's some good damage to the base there. Oh yeah, we lost a B-24. So I don't know how damaged that air base will be. There we are, finally. Now we only have 25 of these guys, but we should be up higher as well. But there again, yeah. It's possible that we forced his Tojos down to fight our bombers, and now our P-38s can sweep, and I wish they would have gone in first. However, this may be to our advantage to shoot down several of these Tojos. Get them while they're beat up, fatigued. Also, the quantity is great. You know, if we would have fought them earlier, there's 80 some. So get on even footing here. See if he notices that these are the same P-38s that were in China. That he, in fact, he beat, the last time I used these, he beat him up pretty good. Well, the last time or the time before that. But now we're getting the better of him. But that's because we're sweeping instead of capping, and we're up high. There we go. We're taking damage there. Watch a little bit longer, and because we don't have a lot of dogfights. And these are more dogfights than um, bombers versus fighters. That's really not as interesting to watch. Although I do like seeing how our heavy bombers keep his fighters at bay. In any case, it is disappointing that the sweep comes in after the bombing run, but with heavy bombers, they can kind of take care of themselves. So now he's diving at us. Maybe there's climbing, diving, and all sorts of uh, algorithms going on in the background. But I do like that things are fluid behind the scenes. Right now, we're just seeing two aircraft facing each other, but it's a bit more fluid and simulated. So anyway, this game is pretty good. All right, I'm going to push on. So for a minute there, we were 21 on 21, but now he's got the advantage. But let's see how it plays out. Let's go. Okay, we both pretty much wrecked each other. I may lose that pilot as well as who knows what else. But hopefully we took out several of his aircraft. It says 12 here. I'm going to say it's more than that, but let's carry on. Yeah, this Chang Sha flak is pretty deadly. I'm glad we got those Indian guns there. I don't know how much they've helped, and maybe they're a draw on supply that I don't need, but it is nice to deter these bombings every now and again. Well, I guess that's it. Rabaul, Airfield 6. That's a few points. Um, and then we'll see if we get some reinforcements. I haven't been checking what's coming down the pipeline. I do need to be careful because I was checking as I was running, doing the things off video, setting things in motion. I did notice a few subs that need to go. Well, I cut myself off because that kind of was abrupt. So what I was saying is I found a few subs, particularly subs, that were needing to withdraw. So I made sure they were had a destination to Sydney so that we could pull them from the withdraw them to avoid any penalties. So I need to be mindful of that. The air units are much easier to withdraw. The land units withdraw automatically, so I just need to pay attention to ships that need to withdraw. And other than that, I don't really check reinforcement a lot. Let's look at this. Okay, you can look if you want, but I meant this. Um, So, yeah, the Grunion keeps getting bombed, but, pardon me. Fortunately, we haven't been damaged or destroyed for, you know. Um, okay, see this, um, this stuff happening here, the base force, that, I'm not going to talk about that, but the 27th Infantry, we are loading to go invade Eniwetok. So we got a sub back ready to go. All right, I'm gonna move on here. The X squadron is getting some serious kills here. We got up to number 7 for Broers, Lieutenant Broers. Now we did lose one here that does not return. We're considering it missing. I think we lost another one. Maybe we lost 2 P-38Hs. I hope we didn't lose this ace here, but we'll see. Um, we also lost a B-24D, likely from Bangkok as well. That was a pretty devastating blow for both of us, but I think he got the worst of it. Let's see. Yeah, right here we lost another B-24D. So that was something I can't necessarily do every day. Here's a crash. So yeah, we're gonna lose a lot of ops. Let's look at that next. A pilot on a B-25C. Syria, we lost a lot of aircraft today, and hopefully he did as well. And we'll get there. Okay, supplies. Let's see. Okay, this RN base force, can't remember. I think we're going to be sending it to Port Blair, so that's good to get these upgrades. Um, anyway, moving on. We did also sink a ship, so we shot down some aircraft and sank a ship. We lost 15 total. He lost a lot more than that. I'm surprised how many air-to-air losses we lost, but I mean, I'm not surprised because we ran into a ton of fighters with no cover. And then we did lose the 7 to ops. A lot of bombers, surely, and maybe even P-38s. And then he lost 32, 46. So 15 to 46, 3 to 1. Okay. So this says 50, which is 4 more. I'm going to go with, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to stress too much about the details. Let's look at this. A lot of Tojos. Now, he lost a lot of nicks on the ground. He likes to use these nicks, I think, in as night fighters, but we were able to destroy 10 of them straight up on the ground. Who knows how many we damaged. He lost some Dinas and some Sallys, probably the Sallys over China, and then several Tojos, at least 21, at least 30, 31, something like that. That's a lot in one day. Now we did lose 7 B-24s total and 4 P-38Hs total. We lost a couple, so all told in this one raid, we lost 13 aircraft. Well, it wasn't a single raid, but one target. We lost 13 aircraft, but he lost about 3 times that. So we'll take those any day of the week. However, there is the problem of pilots lost, which total of 7 pilots. And let's look. P-38H, yep, Brors. He did not get shot down though. So see, otherwise, well, if he got shot down, he's fine. So there's no KI or WI or MIA for Brors. So he's good. No need to worry. We do have pilots that have in the double digits. So that's cool. All right, let's look at ship sunk. Yeah, this patrol boat, that's good. It's 10 points plus, it again it eliminates another patrol craft, and then a cheap cargo ship, light cargo ship. Okay, there's going to be some points there between the air losses and the 12 ship points. But let's take a look at some other things. So, like I said, we're prepping for an invasion of Eniwetok. And I don't know. I like to have replacements on for these units in front areas, because you just don't. I don't want to lose guys just for random reasons and then forget to build them up. But we have see this. We've got our surface combat group that's trying to get in here and follow this invasion force in. But we also have our escort carriers doing the same thing. Because I do want some air cover. Now over here, I am tempted I've got some ships coming here. I'm tempted to run up with my cruisers and try to see why this guy's parked out here, and just do like a quick, um, maybe even hustle. I'm looking for tankers, seeing if I can. Um, yeah, I could always get some oilers up here. I'll look into that because Hollandia, it'd be nice to run in real fast, um, at flank speed, and then come back here. Come back to Hollandia for fueling. But I don't have any fuel there. Anyway, I'll look into it. But the point is, as with Kusai Island, where we're prepping for an invasion of Eniwetok, we're consolidating all of our stuff here at Hollandia, and I'll pull the trigger to go up here to Manokwari soon. Um, and likewise, we got all sorts of shipping prepping for an invasion of Ambon. We're this group. I think we're almost close enough. I'll give it one more day, and then we'll bring these ships from Darwin up and the ships from Dealey down, and we'll consolidate here, and then go up and in. And now let's go to where the action is. You can see here we did very light damage, but he pulled all of his aircraft. Um, I don't know how I know that because my recon hasn't looked since we had. Well, it could be a lot of damaged aircraft. I've read that damaged aircraft do not show up in this list. So where it says 10 fighters, it could be he has a lot of damaged fighters that are still here, but I'm not saying here, but I'm saying the recon would not register them as active fighters. By now, he either railed them out, which he could have railed them all the way technically to Singapore, or any of these other bases, maybe even Chiang Mai. But chances are they're gone. I would like to double check, and you can uh, do this with me. I would like to double check. Okay, my bomber groups are not in bad shape. Obviously, we've lost some aircraft. We'll have to replenish them, but the fatigue is still low, and we still have a lot of active aircraft, or I should say ready, I guess. Um, well, this one is very depleted. A pilot missing, etc. Um, these ones are more beat up. These squadrons here. Here, let's do this. Heavy bombers. The Liberator 2s came out okay. Low fatigue. They're ready to go. These other ones, I may send them in anyways. Um, but I'll certainly check to see if we could get some replenish their stockpiles. But I would like to hit this one more time, the airbase. If we can damage the airbase, and hopefully he's left some aircraft here to destroy. I doubt it, but one can hope. Now let's look at, since we're here, fighters, and the P-38Hs are pretty beat up. The fatigue is not too extreme, but still it's higher than I'd like. Look at this, 45 kills. So that's nice. The ratio for this fighter group is pretty high. But we have 23 aircraft right now ready to go. We just have a delay to get replacements, and that's unfortunate. I am not sure if I want to send 15 aircraft in to sweep, but maybe I'll look into it. I'll think about it. But there you have it, and we should be um, the last of the 11th is here, um, ready to go, and so we will get these all on the move, so we can assault Pegu. I do have more things coming, like this artillery, but unless I have other delays, I'll probably push on without the artillery. I'll get it here as soon as I can, and we'll use it if we got it. Otherwise, we're gonna carry on. Um, we've got more transports coming. Uh, I have time because we still have to march from here to here. These ships should be here I mean, no problem. And then we'll kind of build up an amphibious task force and prep it for a Port Blair invasion. But until all the ships are here ready, I can't pull the trigger on the assault. So we'll see the timing and if we can make everything work. Anyway, so there you have it. China is static and more or less. Except for right here where we have guerrillas, as I might call them, and we're our cavalry is here now, but I'm not sure how much we want to blitz up here since he's got troops coming for us. So I don't know, but and we don't have any. We do have level two forts. That's good. Yeah. Um, this one has no forts and it's very depleted. So we may outright lose this, and I'll let the Cav unit move. We'll keep it going. See what kind of trouble we could get into. Um, so anyway, yeah, that's that. Looking around the map, there's nothing else that stands out. It looks like he's either moving troops or it just so happens we spotted them with um, maybe they weren't maintaining proper radio silence, but there you have it. I'm going to wrap it up here. I can't think of anything else particular to discuss, and hopefully all your questions are answered. But feel free to leave that comment or question, and I'll try to answer it ASAP. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, everyone. See you next time, July 29. Bye.